So hi again, this is going to be an update for my Diva Cup review. I posted that back in August of 2010, so it has been a couple years now, and since I started using it in 2009, the summer of 2009, it's been up to this point about 2.5 years since I started using it. So I kind of wanted to do an update because a few things have changed, and yeah, so starting off, the Diva Cup is an awesome product. There's nothing that I would really change about it. It really is a great product. But I had mentioned that, I would use it until it stopped working, I guess, and then at that point I'd buy a new one. Well, that point has arrived. I noticed the last time I used it that it was leaking, and like the holes around the top, like the vents, they were clear. There was nothing like clogging it or anything, and yet it was still leaking. I just think that the seal, over time, since I have used it for 2.5 years, the seal started breaking down or something, because I never had a problem with it leaking, and really it wasn't just the last time, but the last maybe 3 times that I've used it, I've noticed that it started to leak. So I couldn't really do exercise with it because it would leak. I couldn't sit crisscross applesauce with my kids because it would leak. And so I really started to get paranoid about it, and I figured it's time to get a new one. Well, I was going to buy a new one, but then I thought, hey, I haven't tried any of the other cups that are similar to the Diva Cup, and this is a great time to try a different brand out. So I decided not to get the Diva Cup again and to try the Moon Cup instead, to see if it's comparable. Yeah, so I haven't actually used it yet, but it comes in a box like this, and it's a little bit different from the Diva Cup, where the Diva Cup, the first one is for if you have never had a child, and the second one is for if you had. Well, this is kind of reversed. So A is if you have had a child, and B is if you have not had a child, or if you did have a child but you had a C-section. So it's a little bit reversed on this one, so make sure you read it if you're looking into it to get the right one. So I got B because I have no children. So size B, and pretty much it's exactly the same thing. It almost looks exactly the same. The difference is that the Diva Cup comes in like a little bag that's really cute. Not really like it matters, but it's, kind of cute, girly. The Moon Cup comes in this bag that really looks like it's handmade. Like, seriously, I could have made this just as well. It's just a really cheap material sewn together. The stitching's really pretty bad. So I don't know. It doesn't really matter because you never even look at the bag. It's just something to store it in your cabinet with. So it's not like it really matters, but if I had to choose between the 2 bags, I would definitely go with the Diva Cup because it's better material, and I don't know, it's just more attractive. Anywho, so getting onto the actual product, it's pretty much the exact same thing. It looks the same except for the placement of the vent holes, like for the suction, are different. So here is the Moon Cup. Now, it had a really, really long stem on it, and just like the Diva Cup, it had a stem too, but I cut it off. With the Moon Cup, they tell you not to cut it more than halfway, but I just cut it off. It irritates me in general, like the Diva Cup did too. And so once I cut it off, you can't feel it because nothing's there to irritate. So I decided to just cut it off, and so that's what I did. I cut it all the way down to the bottom. I did put it in once to see if I could get it out, and it worked just the same. Like, I know of some people who were giving reviews on it, and they said, there's no grippies at the bottom. Like on the Diva Cup, there's like these little ridges on the bottom of it to help you get a good grip when you're pulling it out. this one doesn't have anything. It's completely smooth on the outside until you get to like this lip right here. Then there's a pretty big lip on it. And so, yeah, I put it in, took it out. It was fine. No problem at all. Yeah, so the vent holes are up, they're actually lower. They're like almost halfway around here, and there's also a lot more of them. There's probably twice as many holes on this one than the Diva Cup. The Diva Cup only has 4, I think, 3 or 4. This one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It has 6. So, don't know if that's going to be a good thing or if that's going to be, if it's going to be better than the Diva Cup because it's going to have more suction. I really don't know because I haven't used it. So, I will do another video on this as an actual comparison once I used it for a few months. So that way, I don't know, maybe I'll actually know more about it and how it works in comparison to the Diva Cup. But the things that I see right off the bat is that the material is much thicker than the Diva Cup. The Diva Cup is very, very, I wouldn't say thin, but it bends easily. Yeah, so it's easier to insert, it's easier to take out, it doesn't hurt. With this, the ridge is very thick. It's a very thick ridge. I don't know if you can see that. And the material itself does not give at all on the top portion where you squeeze it and it's not really doing anything. So for me, I don't know if that's going to be a good thing or not, but putting it in, like I put it in once and it didn't really, it doesn't like to, I don't know, like it's kind of hard to fold, but it pops open better than the Diva Cup. That's one of the things with using the Diva Cup at the very beginning when you're first starting out. It's kind of hard to get the suction because it's hard to pop open like that. With this, because it's so rigid around the top, it's really, really easy for it to just unfold on itself, which I guess is going to be good. So yeah, so little update with the Diva Cup. I am switching to the Moon Cup just to see how it goes. If it doesn't go well, I will be purchasing another Diva Cup because I really, really do like the Diva Cup. Yeah, so this is just an update. I am no longer using the Diva Cup. I am going to try out the Moon Cup and see how it goes. I will post a review in a few months, just a comparison between the two to see whether or not the suction's better on this one, if it's harder to insert and take out, etc. Things like that. So I will talk to you in a few months. Bye.